Okay, so as we are weaving in this little square, we're going to be, remember, this is just a video just to show you how to blend, one color with the other color and how to share that warp string. So this is just a little sampler. So right now, I'm just weaving this little square pixel from my design. Remember that you don't want to pull on your weft strings too tight, because if you pull too tight, then you're going to get this happening where the warp strings begin to um, come in. And you don't want that, right? So let me see. I think I've got a pretty good square here of green. And remember, you're going to compress this. So we have it nice and compressed right here like this. Okay. All right. So I'm going to take this string off for the moment, leave it there. And I'm going to start with this long piece right here. And I'm going to go ahead. And, suppose you are doing a square right out here in the middle. And, you're thinking, okay, so how do I do that? How do I get the string in there and lock the beginning and the ending piece of yarn? Um, so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead, right? So right here I am right here, notice that this piece right here is over. So for the sake of continuity, I'm going to go under, because if this is over, then it should be under, over, and that's kind of important where you're continuing. So I'm going to keep this string out here like this, and I'll sew it. I'll sew it back in later. All right, let me see. Back here. Now, here's the deal. Right here, I need to go ahead and join. And I'm going to be joining on every other section. So I'm going to join here. Then there's a green. Then I'm going to join. Then there's a green. I'm going to join. So right now I'm going over, and then I'm going to go right here under, and I'm joining that warp. It's going to be together right there. So here I am. Don't pull too tight, you know, keep it not super loose, but nice. And then what's going to happen is I went under that warp string that I'm sharing, and I'm going to go over, and you're just interlocking, because these two color patches are going to share this warp string right here. They're going to share it. And that's how you make it interlock, one color with the other. All right. So I'm going to push this down, and I'm going to go back. And again, right here, I'm going to push this green one down, and I'm over. Then I'm going to be under. And now, don't cross over. I know some of you may want to cross over. Don't. You're just going back. You're going back. Remember to maintain that tabby weave, over, under, each one interlocking. And so now I'm just going to squish this down, squish that down. Okay. And you can see what's happening here, right? We got green, orange, green, orange. So instead of weaving where your strings are like this, that creates a gap. We don't want that. We're going to weave where they share that warp string, and it doesn't create a gap. All right. Okay. Let's do some more here. And I'm looking for the next string right here. If I had green, if I had a green block over here as well, I would be doing the same thing here, the same thing here. Even if I don't have the green block now, when I do a green block here, I'm going to interlock it. So I'm almost done here. Let me see. Okay, so here we are. And I think I could do probably maybe one more. I could do one more. Yeah, I could probably do one more. Now, if this string was longer, I could do one more. And what I can do, as you can see here, right, is I can go ahead. See, this is good. My green is good. And if I had more, like longer orange cord, that doesn't matter. I can keep going and I can join later. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead, since, you can see this little square here, and that's going to be orange. So I'm going to go ahead and weave. I'm going to keep weaving right above it. I mean, why not? That is the next color. So you can see what I'm doing here is I'm going to go ahead and go right up in here. Remember that this bag is not supposed to be a perfect manufactured bag from some kind of factory. No, this is handmade. You're making it. There's going to be some slight imperfections, and that's what gives it character. That's what gives it authenticity and that rustic, you know, handmade look. So you should, embrace that and try the best for perfection, but also be willing to allow the material to express itself in a natural way. Okay. So I still got to add some more yarn in here, but I hope you guys can see now, like how we do this kind of interlocking. Okay. See, now there, it's in there. You can't separate those two. And this is how you would go about doing the rest of your weaving with multiple colors.